The rapacious fiend, Drake, said with a concerned voice behind. There he was, sitting on the edge of the roof, his face covered with nervousness, and his hazel eyes full of tears like the flood made by the heavy rain. He looked around and gazed at the creeping ogre as it steered its way through the ghost town, bearing the dirt and the worthless materials. Drake, called again by the voice behind him. Drake! He wiped the tears from his eyes and went to her. He sat beside her and did nothing, but stared at the sky, all gray and blurry. He checked his watch. It was 4:45 at dawn. She looked at him and said, "Everything will be fine, Drake. Don't worry. Don't worry," he interrupted. "You know what? It's your fault." Her mother stared at him, speechless.
Her mother?
"It's all your fault," he madly repeated. "If you didn't lose the job, then we will not be transferred here, in this wicked place. We will not be in this situation. I will not be in this condition. Dear, she calmly said, as she tried to divert the conversation. "Why are you trying to change the conversation? Can't you face the fact that we are here suffering because of you? My son, don't you think I like this too? Is this all my fault? How about you?" she replied. "But that's enough. Blaming won't help." He forced himself to sit in silence. Time passed, and minutes felt like days in the enclosed place. The wind felt cold and uneasy. He looked again at the rapacious pen. A white paper-like product floating suddenly catches his attention. "A plastic bag full of test papers," he said. He took a glimpse at his mother, now sleeping. Tears began to fall as he realized his mistake. "I'm sorry, Mom," he whispered. He looked around again and observed across the horizon the sun, which was starting to greet him.